Hello and welcome back to the Pokemon Fusion Generator. Once again, we are here, ready to create more monstrosities on our screens that make us question why these Pokemon exist at all. That's the aim, and generally we do a pretty good job with it, and I think the first Pokemon Fusion we have on our screen is doing a pretty good job of it as well, because we have Happiny and Primeape with Clefable's colouring, somehow an egg and a pig monkey with shackles makes a happy ape. I don't know how, but I like it. I do like it. The Hap Ape, though, is a normal fairy typing, which I think fits pretty well. I don't think a lot of things would fit better. Maybe a fighting fairy type. He looks kind of angry, ready to brawl. He's got like his little anger mark over here that's kind of there. He's got some clenched fists. The rosy cheeks automatically make it a fairy type. That's just how it goes. Overall, though, it's derpy. I love derpy. Everyone knows this. I love Derpy. Derpy is the best. So I kind of like this, but we're going to hopefully go ahead and see some interesting fusions. I do want to find some fusions this episode that look actually nice, rather than just Derpy. We'll see if we can find any, though. I don't know, but we're going to go and have a look. That isn't one of them. That does not look nice. What is this? What's the head? Okay, that head looks, it's shaped like a turd, but it's white. Quality. It's quality. That's what it is. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I don't think many things get better than that, but it is a Snubbull mixed with a Monferno. That's strange as it is, with Cubone's color scheme. And Cubone's color scheme is a strange color scheme to pick. It's not the Pokemon that pops into my head when I think of, you know, great color designs in Pokemon. But hey, it gives us this. Nothing to complain about, I guess. Nothing to complain about at all. The only redeeming factor that I think this Pokemon has is its typing, because its typing is actually pretty good. Fairy Ground typing, that's pretty nice. I do like the typing. Other than that, I think this Pokemon flopped pretty hard, and I don't want to see it anymore. Oh no, oh no, the pixels, look at the pixels, what is happening with its face? Why is its face so distorted? I get it, Wailord, yeah, if you count that whole big blubbery snout as a face, then yeah, it's a pretty big face and Spearow doesn't have a big face, but this is not what I imagine when someone tells me that the Pokemon is called Spearlord, okay? It's not. I imagine spears to be involved somehow. But no, we got this. A normal Psychic-type Spearlord. The typing is strange to me. It's really strange to me, because I always think of Celebi as a primary Grass type, but I suppose it is Psychic Grass, isn't it? Well, this is just, you know, the age-old story of Psychic types in this Fusion Generator. Psychic types come out weird, and this is no different. I do wish it was a Grass type, though, because it is green. You know, when a Pokemon's green, you kind of expect it to be a Grass type. There is Natu and Xatu, actually, now that I think about it, and if we're comparing this to those, it's already failed, in my opinion. But Spearow and Wailord kind of don't go well together at all. Wailord, though, is beautiful. Wailord gives me beautiful sights like this, so I always appreciate a good Wailord fusion thrown in there, but we are going to move on. But moving on from that, we have Teddyursa with a Nosepass, which creates a Teddy Pass. A Teddy Pass. I like the name, I'll admit. I really like the name for some reason. It is a normal ground type, which I can kind of see. I can kind of see a ground type in its color scheme. It looks like it's got some sand on it, maybe a sandy rock. It could be a normal type because it's actually a teddy bear inside the rock, right? I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out this Pokemon. I'm not entirely sure what is happening with its face, but I'm sure it's something great. I'm sure this moss, maybe it's moss that's appeared in a moon crescent on its forehead to symbolize it's going to have some crazy power when it evolves. I give this Pokemon potential. This Pokemon has some real potential right here. I actually think this is not the worst thing I've seen, even though it does look kind of bland, I will admit. But I kind of like it. I do kind of like it. It still has Nosepass's really weird arms, and for some reason they changed color to Vibrava's wings, when Nosepass's arms shouldn't be changing color from the sand. Something's gone wrong here. Something went wrong in Bill's fusion machine and created this. I like it though. Let's move on. Okay, next up we have a Raichu. Okay, that's a beautiful face that I actually kind of like. I don't know why. Normally I don't like Raichu's and Pikachu's face, but when it's on another Pokemon and it looks out of place and derpy, I like it. I like it a lot. But Raichu and Sceptile fused together with Corefish's color scheme. Again, another Pokemon that I just wouldn't expect the color scheme of, but I kind of like it. Electric water typing, I find that strange considering its tail is, you know, a bushy tree-like thing, but sure, I'll buy into it. The typing is kind of nice. The typing is the same typing as Patches, so I mean, always a fan of that. I am always a fan of that. But Raichu, not a lot else to say about it. It keeps most of Sceptile's attributes, but with a better color scheme, I feel. I do like Sceptile's color scheme. I think it fits really well with the Pokemon. But I kind of like the orangey red. It gives it like an autumn kind of vibe. I like to imagine this is Sceptile's seasonal form, in a way. It's like a deerling. And maybe this Sceptile has traits of a deerling. 4th fusion confirmed, the next level of Pokemon fusion generation. 4th fusion seasonal attributes. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there and we're gonna move on because that's a weird thought process I'm going to. We have Toto fetched next though. I like Toto fetched. I do. He looks like a dragon. I'm gonna be honest. That head looks like a dragon, okay? It has wings, dragon, duck feet, dragon, a leek, dragon. Okay, I'm just saying this Pokemon's a dragon at heart. The Water-Fire typing is really nice typing overall because of Makago's input, which is strange, but in this case, I actually like it more than Farfetch'd typing, so sure. But still, Touchdown Farfetch'd, Makago, makes Toto fetched. Weird? Yes. Are these Pokemon I would normally see together? No. But that's why I like it. These are all from different generations. Farfetch'd 1st gen, Totodile 2nd gen, Makago 3rd gen. Who would have thought to put these together? No one. No one would. I also think the fire typing fits pretty well because I can imagine the grey as like ash. So that we've got the red for the fire and like heat and all that stuff. And then we've got like an ashy body down below. I kind of like it. Maybe I don't like where water fits in. I don't really see a whole lot of water in here because Totodile's face, if you take it off on its own, doesn't really fit a pure water type that well. So I think maybe just a pure fire type for Toto fetched, which is strange considering there's nothing fire about its name. It's a totem. There we go. It's a tiki totem because it's got it at the start of its name. We figured out the Pokemon's backstory right there. Okay. Let's go for one more. We have Snubbull. That looks strange. Another Sceptile fusion, though. Okay, Sceptile, I see you. Sceptile and Gible with Torkoal's color scheme. That's a face. That's definitely a face. Is it a good face? No. But it's a face, okay? This is the kind of Pokemon that you would find in the back alleys dealing out drugs, okay? I'm gonna come right out and say it. This Pokemon is dealing drugs, okay? 100%. I don't know what happened to it, but I don't like it. I never thought I'd see the day where Gible had its mouth closed. It's strange, it scares me, I don't like it. It makes me feel nervous. It also kind of looks like a really small Licky Licky, which again is a really weird visual, but it looks a little bit like a Licky Licky. So I'd like to imagine just to open up this huge mouth and then it's just a giant tongue. This like huge head of a body is just a giant tongue rolled up inside, and it's a really like bushy grass covered tongue with fire in the back because it's actually like, you know, it's inherited a dragon's ability. I'm on a weird vibe right now. But it's got like this weird like fire in the back of its mouth, maybe coming from like its butt. It just breathes fire from its butt all the way through its body, and this Pokemon failed me. Let's move on to the comments because these Pokemon are not giving me anything to go on here. Oh yes. Yes. Yes, what happened to it? What happened to it? We have Barleo, I kind of like the name. A fusion of Barboach, Celio, and Empoleon. And Empoleon's color scheme is nice. These are all water-type Pokemon, so they're all going to have that similar theme, that nice blue coloring usually, the water typing. So that all fits together really nicely, and I'm glad that that didn't just randomly become strange with like a random Corphish added in or anything like that, just completely mix up the color scheme. I do like the fact that this has a nice color scheme. It definitely gives off an ice-type vibe. I honestly, for some reason, I see this as a penguin. It is not a penguin. Okay, I need to make that very clear. This Pokemon is not a penguin. It's whatever Barboach is, with a seal, with, I guess an Emperor Penguin, so I guess the color scheme is a penguin. I guess it's got traits of penguin in it then, but in terms of its actual body structure, not a penguin. I like the nose. The nose is random and weird and has giant whiskers coming out of it. I like that. It also has like a little bit of a moustache going on here, which is very, very strange for a seal, but it keeps Celio's like little moustache with Barboach's weird whiskers. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a nice Pokemon. Overall, I think the typing fits really well. The name is nice. I like it. It's pretty good. Oh, this looks really nice, actually. I don't know what I expected, but it looks really nice in a strange bug-like way. And to be fair, it is part bug type, so I guess that is meant to fit. But we have a fusion of Beautifly and Lapras here, with Slowbro's color scheme, which evolves, or should I say, fuses into Beautyras over here. It has Beautifly's really long, like, coiled mouth, which I actually kind of like, because it makes it look that much more derpy. I don't know why, but I imagine this as like a giraffe tongue coming out of a really large creature, so it can like reach whatever. Strange image, yes, but I like it. I like it a lot. It is pink, which automatically makes me think, hey, it's a fairy type, but this is a bug water type, which I think fits well, considering it still has Lapras's body, it still has like its shell. You know, it can clearly go on water. I think the bug water typing is fitting. I almost wish this Pokemon could have a third typing, though, and be a fairy type. Even though none of the three Pokemon fused with it are a fairy type, just purely because it's pink, which is weird. And because it's derpy and has big eyes, and it should be a fairy type, okay? That's what I think. But it is really derpy as well, and I kind of like that. Never really noticed Lapras's ears that clearly before, but it's like a slug or a snail with a Lapras. I like it. I am absolutely imagining that that's a silent X and this creature just goes, Asire, 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 Asire. But this is a fusion of Satu and Quagsire, with Snubbull being fused into the mix for its color scheme, which results in a pink fairy type creature. I do like the pink fairies. Also part psychic type. So this was obviously going to be a mess when we first saw it, because all psychic types in this fusion are really, really strange. But I do like it. I think the typing fits. Asire is... oh, it has no hair as well, which I think fits pretty well. None of the Pokemon it's fused with have, like, any hair on their bodies, which fits even better, because Asire has this weird little tail. Its tail reminds me of a hot dog, because it's got like this nice blue in between two different colors, and I like to imagine this as a hot dog. I don't know if I'm hungry, or if that's genuinely what it looks like to any other human being on the planet. But I see a hot dog right here. Overall, Asire, it's here for the name. It's here for the name. Asire, that's it. We're good. We're moving on. Nothing gets better than that. Nothing gets better than that name. And then to round things off, we're going to be rounding off with Combuck. That is a name. We have a fusion of Combee and Muck with Finneon's color scheme. A color scheme you really don't see too often, because Finneon is an underrated Pokemon, and I really like it. Finneon and Lumineon should get more love. But this is a bug water type Pokemon, which I think fits pretty well. At the end of the day, this Pokemon is definitely made of liquid, even if it was a Muck. It's still liquid, it's just sewer water rather than pure water. So if you change its color scheme, you can kind of get away with that. Its face, no words need to be said about its face. No words need to be said. We just say perfection at its finest. And that's the face covered. I don't know if I'd say it gave it a bug type vibe. but it gives it a vibe, I'll give it that. That's for certain. The name Combuck, I think Buck fits pretty well. I don't know why. In fact, it doesn't really fit for a buck. I don't know about the name. The name feels very, very strange for what this is. I think just calling it Steve would fit a lot better, but hey, that's just my opinion. But we're going to be rounding off with this lovely creature staring into our souls. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Pokemon Fusion Generator, leave a like down below. Leave your fusions in the comments down below as well. Hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, bye!